Monday, June 17th, 2019, and today is our update for listings on eBay for Alpacamade. The name of our store is Alpacamade Retail and Resale. And we have a couple of other things we want to present to you this morning, but we're going to get right to our new listings. We took down our Father's Day promotion. And in the store today, our featured items are a Bell Sprout bike. It's an infant girl's helmet. It's sort of a silvery gray, and it's got sort of aqua and pink tracery on the helmet as a design. It's very faint, and some people have listed it as lavender. So, you know, I guess it's a matter of what your eye registers. At any rate, we've listed it at $24.95. It is new, still on the hang card, and we will package it in a mailer, in a polybag mailer. The next thing that we have listed is the Timeless Collection by Selah, and this is a wonderful collection of old and new Christian favorites. Many of your old hymn favorites are included in this 4 CD compilation or anthology. The um, the actual packaging is like probably close to a 5x7 book. It appears to be a hardcover book, not a plastic. It's not made of plastic. It's actually in book form. So it's got a nice heavy paper binding, and when you open it up, you have 2 CDs on the left. Then you have, I think, a 52-page book with bios from the singers and lots of pictures. It tells each song that's listed on these 4 CDs has some footnotes or some header notes actually about the song itself from the singer's perspective, and also full lyrics for every song in this 4 CD collection. It's really beautiful. We actually have 2 of them. There's no damage. It's like new condition, and we have enjoyed listening to some of the music on these CDs. And last in our featured items is a Sony 30-minute VHS Type C camcorder cassette. We actually have 3 of them, but because of our limitations, we can only list one at a time. And also, please, by the way, please check your camcorder if you have an older model. Please check that it's the appropriate media for that camera. We would like for you to not have to contact us and say, oh, I bought the wrong thing. We will certainly accept returns, but it will be at the buyer's shipping expense. That's an important thing to remember when you're purchasing. And then next up, we have a Bell & Howell ultra compact 35mm camera with a 28mm lens. It has a case. It also has, as you can see up here, the product sheet. This is a great camera for a young child who's interested in photography, interested in film photography specifically, and wants to go old school. It's very compact. You can see we have it on a cutting mat, a quilt cutting mat, so you can get an idea. Each one of those squares is 1-inch square. You can get an idea of how big it is. It's very light and compact. And then we are also offering Saving Private Ryan. It's a 2-tape VHS special limited edition, 2 cassettes. One is the movie and the other is 25 minutes of bonus footage that we thought you would be interested in. So that's our 5 listings. eBay has not yet listed or not yet lifted the restriction of 5 listings in our store. So what we're doing, even though each one of these listings says good for 29 days or 28 days or whatever, days going forward from here, they're only good for 1 week because we have so many things to present. And I have not figured out how to change it from a 30-day listing to a 7-day listing. I'm working on that today. I worked on it this morning, and that's why I'm recording a little bit later than I would like to. What else do I need to tell you? Well, even though the listing is only good for 7 days, the return on your purchases is good for 30 days. So you have a 30-day window. If you are unhappy for any reason, please contact us first. Please, please, please do that. Because if we can resolve it between ourselves, isn't that the way we want to do business? You're happy, we're happy, life is good. So let's just scroll back so you can see a picture again of our 3 featured listings, and then scroll down. These are our 5 products for this week. This sale will end on Sunday night, and we will be bringing you new products on Monday morning. And let's look at the calendar real fast. That would be not coming up very well. The 24th. So Monday the 24th will be our next show. All right. There's a couple of other things I want to tell you about. We went to an auction this weekend, and we'll bring you that material in just a second. So what do we have on the screen that's actually buffering for us? Well, this is another reseller duo. Their last name is Hales, or Jeremy's last name is Hales, and their channel name is What the Hales, and their logo is his name with a $sign for the S. They were recently involved in an East Coast, West Coast challenge where the rules were that they would meet up, and they met up on the West Coast. They would there were 8 teams involved originally, and I believe only 7 teams competed. Anyway, the challenge was that they would all bid and win a locker. This is all storage locker. They would win a locker and go through the locker and find out what was the highest value. 3 items that were the highest value to be submitted for to win the prize, whatever that was, and you'll have to watch their videos to find out A, who won, and B, what the prize was. Links in the show notes. It's a hilarious competition, and some real life crazy things happened. So let's take a look at the Hales promotional video. Couple minutes of it. It's a 7.5-minute video promoting this contest between East versus West. Here we go.
West Coast, we will crush you. Hey West Coast, how you like ease nuts?
if you saw our soft launch show last Friday or Thursday, you heard me say that we were going to bring you something from Reezy Resells. Again, why are we promoting another reseller? Well, in the reseller community, the resellers who have big YouTube channels are always trying to help out the new channels and the new sellers. So Reezy is bringing us some really important information for resellers, and we're going to listen to maybe 2 minutes of this clip so you get a flavor of the news he's bringing you, and then you can decide whether it's important enough for you to go to his channel and listen to the whole clip. We thank all the resellers who are doing this kind of service for new resellers and new store owners. So let's give a listen to Reezy.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Reezy. This is the Reezy Resells show, and today we're going to do a little episode of reseller news because I'm bringing you some breaking news. Breaking news from OfferUp. OfferUp is the original source of this news. OfferUp reports that they are partnering with Goodwill to bring secondhand items to millions of engaged shoppers across the U.S. So, short story, there's 100 partner stores that are partnering with OfferUp to list their items on OfferUp and basically cut out resellers directly out of the game. As you know, OfferUp is now shipping directly to customers as well. So this is kind of a weird story. Let me actually close this real quick. But I want to actually screen share for you guys and then go ahead and read the whole article for you guys. So let me get the screen share started here 1 second.
So if that is of interest to you as a brand new seller or as a veteran seller and you did not catch Reezy's broadcast or Rockstar Flipper's broadcast where he also addressed this issue, you can find Reezy's link and Rockstar Flipper's link in the show notes. This is a packed show today. I did not anticipate doing this much extra content, but we're going to go back to the desk and we're going to talk about that East Coast, West Coast competition and the auction that we visited this weekend. So let's go back to the desk. So while we're wrapping up this last part of our video presentation for our new products this week, we thought we'd give you a sneak peek at what's being listed next week. And we're going to bring you a little road trip discussion from the car. So let's take a listen. So what are we off to do?
We're going to another auction. And we already sort of looked at what they have. They don't have a lot of stuff, but there's a couple interesting items. Mostly for personal use, but there's a couple resale type possibilities there.
So, what do you mean by they don't have much stuff?
Yes, they don't have much stuff that could be useful to us.
Okay, and how familiar are we with this auctioneer?
Well, we've previously been to one of his auctions, so I guess we recognize the guy.
Do we like him?
I don't know. Seems like a friendly type of guy. I know, you've made comments. Okay, now you got me lost.
Turn left.
You've made comments that no, see, the sign is down that way. You've made comments that Yeah, you were happy to see that he starts it off with a prayer and that kind of thing. And it seems like it's well run. A lot of it is his family that does it. And so, I guess it's a nice family run operation.
Well, I totally agree with you on that, on everything you said. My observation is not just household auctions, but also what I understand of indoor auctions. And by the way, this is an outdoor auction. What I understand of indoor auctions as well as storage unit auctions is that they are a form of family entertainment. That would have been more the case, I think, in the past, but people still attend these events to, as entertainment. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I used to do that years ago. I would go to Hale's auction. We'd go there not every Saturday, but I'd go there on Saturdays just for the entertainment value. I never bought. I can't remember that I bought anything, but often just go there for entertainment value. And then I'd go to auto auctions a lot, which I did buy cars there, but just for personal use and sell. Once they were total junk, I would take them to the auction and sell them. So yeah, I attended auctions just purely for entertainment.
So somehow hearing you say that you never bought anything other than auto auctions doesn't surprise me. Somehow that sort of squares with my experience with you when we go to these auctions. I would say that probably I'm more willing to bid on low on the in the at the jump. I'm more willing to bid and risk, being outbid at whatever 20-30% higher than what I started at, whereas you seem to have just a fixed number in your brain and you stop there and you don't ever consider anything else. Is that fair?
Maybe. If it depends on the value I see in the item. Look, if it's something that maybe I can use, maybe not, maybe once, maybe twice, then I'm not going to spend top dollar for that item. I'll just stop. I have there's no point in collecting more. My garage is filled with junk already.
Yes, we're aware of that. But you do remember that we're not shopping for you?
Well, okay, that's true now, but that's very recent. That's a recent development.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get that in my mind, and I think I've done okay in that department. But the same way though, you're not going to pay. You don't want to pay top dollar just to resell it, and like you say, you have to do all the work. You have to do all the weighing, packaging, the photography, all that. So if you buy something for $5 and you sell it for $6, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I don't ever do that. So there's a little bit of a crowd gathering now. We took a ride around and kind of scouted out some property and an upcoming auction, and there's a little bit of a crowd gathering. So we have, I don't know, 15-20 minutes before the auction starts. We're going to go take a quick buzz around and we'll talk to you later. So we did not take any pictures at this auction. More often than not, the Amish also attend the same auctions we do, and I choose to honor their request not to film or photograph them. I just choose to respect them. We do business with them, and we don't want to alienate them. So why have I thrown up the Hales picture again? Well, when I came home from the auction on Saturday, I was listening to some videos while I was doing some other work. And one of the videos, the Hales talked about how much they love their auctioneer. And we have already mentioned that we attended an auction where we really like the auctioneer. And the Hales were saying how, you know, their auctioneer was great style, great delivery, great rhythm. Well, we'd like to challenge them. We're going to play a little, I don't know, minute and a half, 2-minute clip of our auctioneer. And we're going to put our auctioneer up against theirs for content, style, delivery, and rhythm. In this clip, you will hear the audio recording device struggling a little bit to decide what to listen to because there were people all around me. You'll also hear a bid that we won.
Got a stereo with speakers. Hey, but I did buy $5, $5, $5. $2 bid. $8 bid, dollar does work. $8 bid, dollar. All right, we've got 2 radios. This is actually a DVD player with speakers. This is a Midland weather alert radio. We have another DVD, portable cassette recorder, and a digital programmable thermostat. Both boxes won money. $10 giddy up, well, they get 5. $8 bid, $5, couple dollars. $2 bid, 2, 3, 4, 5. $5, get it all for 1 money. $5 bid, $5, you're all out. 5, 6. 5, 6, 6, would have been 6. $5 your way, 24.45. Got a box of, here's a trouble light, and a big long extension cord, and some coax cable. $5 bid, $5, couple dollars. $2, now 3, 4. $4, 3 your way, 24.73. Another trouble light's got the reel, retractable reel, and there's 1, 2, 3 extension cords. $10 bid, well, they get 5. $5 bid, $5, 3, 4. 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, would have been 6, now 7. 6, 7, sure you do. 7, there's about $40 worth of cord in there. 7, now 8. 7, now 8. $7 Stanley, what's your number? 21.50. That's a cooler. Rubbermaid cooler, roller with the dual flip top. This is nice. You don't have to both tops. You just open the side you want. $10 out of it. Get 5. $800 bid, $5. At some point, you will be able to use it this year. I promise. $5, just maybe not today. $5, couple dollars. $2 out of it. 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, now $5, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, now 9, now 10, new bidder, 10 out of 8, your drinks are going to get warm now. 10, $9, $24.94. Got a couple of life jackets here. $5, couple dollars. 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, now 7, 6, now 7, $6, number 1600. Jeremy, we should not wait his hand so much.
So hey, shout out to What the Hales. Here's our challenge to you. Put your favorite auctioneer up against ours and let the audience decide. That's all we have for you today. We'll see you again on Monday, June 24th, 2019, We hope you had a great weekend with your family and your father, and that you are well and blessed until we see you again from the Shepherd, Pyre Media, and I. Take care.